for a long time. You know, shoot the game on fire. Alright. Yeah, with that cat. Off the slide, kick the rear, bang him out. Wheel the chaos, the pedal to the street. You know the street on us to make ends meet. So the average Joe's far too slow for the shit I go. You better know when I hit the streets, I like to glow, I like to glitz it. And at the same time, stay low, listen to the fucking bang. I'm pursuing the dope. My steel is about to flow, cash poppin', coke is cooking, beers poppin'. Ain't that some shit? A player that used to live in riches, now stay in. In 94, the county kicked out the door. In 95, niggas fucking stay locked, killing them. But I'm after the stats, falling the half. Let me hit the glass, fall the wall, then I'm fast. They wanna come find me, nigga from behind me. Once you cap in my back, you broke me when they can't find me. They hate the shit, I'm player. Hey, I know what you that. They better say it's funny. But I'm like this, the Terminator, sweep the metal. Verbs and nouns like rounds to blow your head off. Hit no spikes, no blocks. Invest in the stocks like Colombian blood crops. I'm out to get green, ain't no doubt in my mind. Fuck this whole shit, I'm here, I get down the line.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Man, I gotta fix my music. I haven't been able to. Haven't had time to fix that, but I will when I go home for some downtime. Been having some real trouble with connections out here on the road. But anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome to today's podcast of Gangsta Talk. And as you can see, the title says, "What will change for Black people?" Post-election talk. Let's talk about it. I got one of my ladies up here with me, Abinah. She's in the background. Hold on one second here. Let me bring her up. All right. Okay. So I can't unmute her mic. Having all kinds of problems here. All right, anyway, y'all, I'm going to talk about this. Hey, Abby, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. She's jumping in with us. All the America. So anyway, all right, y'all, so let's get on with this, okay? All right, now we have the election. I don't know what they're waiting for. They should just go on and call the election. Trump is not going to gain any ground on Pence. I'm hearing all kinds of crazy things, and I'm hearing from Black folk. And I'm seeing all kinds of crazy things from Black folk. Well, I seem to be seeing more crazy things from gay Black folk than I do from straight Black folk. Gay Black folk are now going on the attack. I mean, they're attacking Ice Cube. What are they attacking Ice Cube for? He didn't do anything to Case. Well, you know, he's got that contract for Black America, right? Apparently, that's problematic for a lot of Negroes. I don't know why. Why is it problematic when somebody wants to do something for us? Oh, well, we're not used to that, right? We're not used to anybody stepping up and trying to do anything for us. We're just used to a bunch of talking heads and, you know, people who are into intellectual masturbation. You know, here run their mouth about all of the stuff they know, but they've never accomplished anything in their lives. They don't produce anything. They don't do anything but run their mouth. So we're used to that. So when somebody comes out and he's about it, that person is about it, it's getting attacked. I don't really. That's like, okay, if you're in a home and that's the only place you live, and someone sets it on fire, and then someone comes to try to put the fire out, you attacking the, hey, what you put the fire out for? That's my house, let it burn. I don't have where else to live, I don't have where else to go, just let it burn. You're interfering with my business, you're interfering with my house burning down. Don't try to save my house, don't try to save me. We like burning up. You know, it's real funny because, like I said, it's gay people are coming out of nowhere, cocky as I don't know what. Almost as if they're saying, yeah, what you gonna do now? How you like us now? Well, you know why that is, right? They got their people in office. And then that so-called political party that Puff Daddy's putting together, what do you think that is? You think that's made up of straight black people? No, they're about to solidify this thing. They're about to put their roots in the ground as far as absolute control over this country. They're about to become absolute, undisputed rulers and controllers of this country. While we're fighting back and forth about BS and sitting up here arguing about black women and worrying about not getting a date, and we got fake, worthless dating coaches and so forth and whatever. We got out of work intellectuals who can't get anyone to listen to them. That's what we're doing. While we're doing that, the gays are seizing power. Again, you better pay attention to Mr. Deshaun P. Diddy Combs and that so-called political party. That's not a straight political party. There is a reason why he's doing that. You see, these gays get to the point where they aren't going to leave any damn chance anymore. They want absolute power. They're about to create their own political party. And I'm telling you, that political party is going to be powerful. Some of the most powerful people in this world are gay and pedophiles and deviants and monsters. Okay? Now all of this is going on while black people are sitting around acting like it isn't happening. Playing video games and talking about black women won't submit, and arguing about BS, fighting each other over little small trivial shit, trying to get scraps and shit. I think black people have said, fuck it. There's nothing but scraps out here. I'm going to get the most scraps that I can. And I'm going to fight other black people over the scraps. It's dog eat dog. It's black person eat black person. And that's what we're doing. We're not talking about doing anything. We're not talking about improving anything. First of all, the people who are attacking Ice Cube, right, in the so-called black people who are breaking down the contract. What do you want? Black people are going after that contract like somebody gave us something before. Seriously, I mean, these people have been live streams trying to go through all of those points that Ice Cube put on that contract. Talking about black people don't need this, black people don't need that, black people don't need this. Like somebody gave us something before. You act like we've been there, but you act like there's something to compare the contract to. There is nothing to compare the contract to. We haven't gotten anything. Oh, okay. You said freedom? Oh, okay. All right. Controlled freedom. We don't have any true freedom. It's controlled. You can't do whatever you want. There'll be consequences. True freedom is doing whatever you want with no consequence. Kia Grace, the future, I'm scared about tomorrow, the next day. You got these crazy racists running around here on these chopper motorcycles talking about killing black men and killing black boys because they man is out of office. We got black folks on here, we got the black men on here talking about being coons and trying to get in where they fit in. Already licking Joe Biden's boots. I mean, it's a disgrace. It's disgusting. How black men look today, we are an absolute disgrace. We have become the most cowardly race of men in this whole world. I mean, it is disgusting to see what's going on with black dudes right now. Kissing ass, licking boots, willing to perform fellatio on other men. I mean, it's bad, bro. It's bad. It's bad. I feel sorry for the black woman. Like I said before, I don't know what y'all gonna do. Honestly, man, I'm to the point now. I don't talk about she going with another race, man. I'm be like, more power to you. More power to you. Go out and get your happiness. Cause it ain't these Negroes ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. Okay. Hold on 1 second. They not doing nothing. And to see what's going on now after this election is just unbelievable. And again, you got gays sticking in. You got gays running around here trying to punk people. They feel confident. They acting like the Ku Klux Klan. They acting like the Aryan Nation. They run around here trying to punk people because they got their people in office. Biden already promised them. He already promised them the world. He said nothing about black folks. Now all this you don't fell for, right? Vote or die. Vote for change because Trump's a racist. I can't believe y'all fell for that. Trump's a racist. So what? Y'all act like the other presidents wasn't racist. And what do you think Biden is? You think Biden's not a racist? Because, well, if you listen to RBR, and by the way, RBR has lost his mind too. Now he's running around here talking about black people tried to vote for Bernie Sanders. It wasn't even on the ballot. I don't know what's wrong with RBR. He done lost his mind too. I mean, he's been saying we're crazy because we didn't vote for Obama or Biden or whatever, and Trump got in office, been calling us stupid and ignorant for the last 4 years. Now his man won. Now he on us about Bernie Sanders, who isn't even on the ballot anymore. I don't know what's wrong with RBR. I think RBR just completely lost it. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, right? You see, and that's another problem there, kid, right? See, black people are voting off of feelings and whatnot, right? You're not being smart about voting. Trump wasn't as bad as people thought he was. Everybody keep talking about racism. Man, y'all act like racism don't win. So we act like racism is different now because Biden and Kamala Harris is in office. I will argue it's going to be worse. oh, you're gonna get what you paid for. You see, everybody talks about the Bible, right? There's all kinds of situations that you can pick out in the Bible that people want to contest, right? And I can contest some of the things in the Bible as well. But I'm not a person that believes everything in the Bible isn't true. And one of the things that I firmly believe in that's in the Bible is that be careful what you wish for. Black people have been wanting this. They've been wanting the Democrats because Trump's a racist, right? Be careful what you wish for. You have no idea what you put. No, you put monsters in office. Okay, all because y'all was scared of a white man being racist. When did we skip? We're used to white folks being racist. Since we got a reason for us to make some drastic change. Well, Trump's a racist. But so is Biden. So is Kamala Harris. Kia Grace, I'm telling you, I'm sorry, sister. These brothers, these ain't black men. This is some of the worst display of so-called black men I've ever seen. I ain't never seen them like this. These guys are sick. I mean, we black men are an absolute disgrace and the most cowardly race of men on this planet. We don't stand for anything. They get down on their knees for everything. Blaming the black woman, you hide behind the black woman, trying to have your cake and eat it too. You want to hide behind a black woman and you want to beat her down too. You want to do both things too. You want to try to destroy and hide behind her. What's killing me is now the gays, they're cocky now. They out here trying to start trouble. They out here get their chest out trying to punk people. They over there on CNN attacking. They got a whole crew attacking Ice Cube. Got a whole crew. You think any black men are coming to his aid other than maybe his homeboys? Shout out to Busta Rhymes and them. Ain't no black men come to his aid, man. Except for myself and a couple other brothers and people that he know. They were there attacking this man because they got a problem with his contract. They don't want black people to have anything. And the people who are tearing down this contract, they're like there's something else out there for us, or they're like they gave us something already. Yeah, son, the first time I noticed that they've been like this. I mean, they straight tripping right now. What up, Briggs? I mean, they on some in your face type shit, like what you gonna do about it? They acting like fucking damn nation. They acting like Nazis. Yeah, well, why shouldn't they? They got their people in office, right? You got your people in office. And black folks keep falling for the same shit over and over and over again. You keep falling for the same phonies who keep telling you to vote. You keep falling for the same shit over and over and over again. Well, I got news for you. You think Trump was bad? You haven't seen nothing yet. You don't let a monster in the White House. There's a difference between a racist and a monster. Trump may have been a racist, but he was no monster. He may have been a racist and a little confused and unlearned about some shit, but he wasn't no monster. Biden is a monster. So is Kamala Harris. Y'all about to find out. Okay? They showed you through their whole campaign that they don't give a shit about black people. If they do, somebody come up here. I'll put the link in the chat, right? Okay? They're gonna take away our civil rights. Before you know it, you ain't gonna have no civil rights. These gays gonna have all these rights. I'm telling you right now, y'all gonna fuck around and be outlaws. Y'all think this ain't no joke. You're gonna fuck around and it's going to be against the law to be heterosexual. I'm telling you, it's going to be against the law to be heterosexual. That's coming. Remember, you heard me say it. That's coming. You're gonna be outlaws. Now, I'm not exaggerating. They got a clever way they're gonna do shit. They've been working on this shit for years. Now, not just the prison numbers, Misfit, the graveyards too. You see, this crew you put in office this time, they're not trying to put black folks in prison. They're trying to put black folks in the grave. They're trying to put black folks in the incinerator. They're trying to take black folks completely out. They don't want black folks lingering around. They want you up out of here. They already got somebody to replace them. Why do you think they're so big on immigration? They already got somebody to replace us. They want us up out of here. This group that's in here now, they're not in here to play any games. Okay? These are the executioners. These are executioners that's in the White House. Okay? They didn't come in here to play with you, play patty cake with you, sit down and drink some Kool-Aid, eat chicken wings with hot sauce. They ain't coming here to do that. That's what they did. They did all of that, right? To get your votes so they can get where they at so they can do what they want to do to you. There ain't no chicken wings and hot sauce. There ain't no cookout. Okay? They're going to take it all the way back to the days where they used to take slaves and throw them on bonfires and burn them alive in the street. You already got racist, crazy crackers running around here talking about they're going to kill black men and kill black boys. You haven't heard one Democrat say anything about that. Not one Democrat. At least Trump had a platinum plan. And that ain't the first thing that Trump wanted to do for black people. You see, a lot of stuff have been lies. Everybody talking about what Trump will do. No. Trump would revitalize the urban areas too and bring back the industrial. So the urban areas can survive on their own. That was all blocked. So this ain't the first time he tried to do something for black people. Now, at least he had the platinum plan. I'm not saying the platinum plan was all that great, but at least he had something. Biden them ain't got shit. Ain't thought about shit. Ain't trying to do shit. But Ice Cube, when they stepped to Ice Cube, they told Ice Cube, man, come on back later, bro. I'll let this man have to be done won the election. They dismissed Ice Cube. So what is that telling you? They don't give a damn about doing anything for black people. They only need to do something for their kind. And again, I'm going to say it one more time, you better be careful about Sean Diddy Combs. That political party, that's a gay thing. That's a cult thing. I mean, man, we're messed up. We're in a lot of trouble now, man. It's going to be worse than hell, Black Magic Mom. It's going to be worse than hell. it's gonna be worse than hell. Right? It's gonna be worse than hell. I mean, yeah, black people have no idea. You have no idea what you've done. All out of fear. They play on your fear. They play on your ignorance, stupidity, and fear. We could have got some things done with Trump. Yeah, he's a racist, right? But Trump's a businessman. Trump is at least willing to negotiate. He will at least sit down and have a meeting with you. He had several black people come to the White House. Now, we can argue that maybe the black people that he had come to the White House wasn't the best representatives of black people, but we could have worked that out. 4 more years, we could have got some white people to go up there. See, that's on us. He had the door open. We didn't send the right people. Now, 4 more years, we could have worked that out. We could have got somebody together, maybe got behind Dr. Claude Anderson, somebody like that, and send him up there. But Trump was at least willing to sit down and talk. Whether he cared about it or not, he at least showed the willingness to meet with black people. Okay? These Democrats ain't trying to hear nothing, man. They don't want to meet with no black people. They don't want to meet with no purple people. They don't want to meet with nobody with melanated skin. Okay? Unless they're gay. Yeah. Now, they're probably not going to make a law that's going to outright say it's illegal to be heterosexual. No. But watch how they put things in place to restrict being a homosexual. Watch how your movements start to get restricted. Your rights start to slowly get stripped from you. Now, they got a clever way they're going to do it. They ain't going to put an actual law on the books that says, hey, being heterosexual is outlawed. No. They got a clever way they're going to do things. They're going to just slowly start stripping certain things from you that you won't be able to do anymore. You're going to get harsher penalties when things happen because you're heterosexual. And my thing is, okay, brothers, black brothers, man, they think this is some kind of joke, man. Like you. Now, a lot of black men voted for Trump. A lot of black men knew what it was. A lot of black men voted for Trump. Now, do I believe that the Democrats fixed this election? Well, what I believe and what actually happened are two different things. Okay? It's going to be worse than that, Songbird. It's going to be worse than that. It's going to be worse than that. And now, do I believe they stole the election or I don't know. I can't say, and I'm not going to say, but I know some things look real suspicious. People say, well, they found bags of votes thrown in the trash, right? Well, that doesn't really mean nothing unless those votes was already counted for one of the candidates. If they identified those votes for Trump, then yeah, it's big. If they identified those votes for Biden, that's big too. That means somebody sabotaged the election. But if they just ballots, then to me that's neither here nor there. But I'm thinking that they're throwing them out for a reason. They had to be for one party or the other. It had to be. So why throw them out? They found a bunch of them in the trash. Well, then again, there could be there could have been ballots that's already been counted already, and and they're done with them. We don't know what that is. There can be a number of reasons why that is. Hold on one second. Like I said, we don't know what that is. That can be anything. But I'm not going to sit up here and continue to tell you how much trouble you're in. You're going to see for yourself. I don't even know anymore if it's even possible to wake up. We done got too deep into this thing. Where do you turn this around? Where do you begin? We got a whole bunch of black men hating black women. We got black women hating black men. We got a bunch of gay dudes who don't think they're black. You got people attacking pro-black because they don't want us to have a culture anymore. Races of people survive by their culture. Things in their culture is what get them through the times. They don't want us to have a culture. They're trying to strip our culture away from us. They're distributing our culture out into the world amongst other races. This is why you got guys like China Mac running around here eating off our culture. But yet he's repping Chinese people. Okay. You got these other races stealing our culture. You got some Korean, I don't know if they're Korean or Japanese, Migos, whatever the hell he's supposed to be. How the hell is some Japanese dudes, right, who can't even speak English, a top R&B group? How does that happen? And who brought them? I don't know anybody black who listens to their music. Who is listening to their music? Who's made this Japanese group the top R&B group in the whole world? Who's doing that? Surely it isn't black people. And if it is, what kind of black people are doing that? Yeah, Black Magic. Are they Korean? I thought they was I don't know what they are. Are they? I heard them sing, but then I heard them talk. Right? It's almost like they're an Asian version of Millie Bellini. Remember Millie Bellini? They couldn't even sing, and they was lip singing. That's what this group reminded me of. I listen to their stuff. They don't even okay when they talk. They interview these guys. They don't even speak English. They struggle with English. So I'm like, okay, if you struggling with English that badly, how the hell are you singing like that? See, we got to start putting things. We have to start using our common sense. I mean, if you can't put together a basic English sentence that's coherent, how the hell are you singing? I mean, like, this is an interview, right? He's like, so what was your favorite R&B group? Was Gangsta rap New Edition, uh uh Benny Siegel. So if they sound like that, wouldn't they sing like that? I mean, I heard some of their interviews. They can't even speak English. How the hell are they singing R&B? You can't sing like that, sounding like this. Benny Siegel, Tupac, uh, 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 New Edition, What R&B song are you singing sounding like that? I'm telling you, man, I think this is an Asian version of Milli Vanilli. I have no idea why they are a top R&B group. And I ain't talking about just any R&B group. They are at the top. You don't even have anybody black at the top. Well, I give them the dancing part black man, but the singing part, I'm questioning that. I'm questioning that big time. I heard these guys give an interview, and they can't even speak English. How the hell are they sing? How the hell are they singing on key like that? Hitting all those notes, nigga barely speaking. I mean, they are struggling mightily with English. And I almost can't even say Tupac. You know, Tupac, audition. What is not audition? What is not audition? New edition? They can't even say new edition. If you can't say new edition, how the hell are you singing like that? And some of them songs, they are singing slang. Seriously? So, okay. We are sitting back and we're going to let everybody just take everything from us. And people get on me about being pro-black. I'm trying to keep my people's mentality. I'm trying to keep our culture. I'm pro-black. I'm black all the way. Hey, I go by the name of Maximum Black. That's self-explanatory. I understand. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to strip us of our culture. Keep telling us we don't have a culture, but they keep stealing it. And you got China Mac running around, you know, promoting his album into all the black areas. You know, promote his album in the Chinese areas. Hey, dude, why don't you go over there since you repping your people? I ain't got no problem with you repping your peoples and shit. Handle your business. Don't get up here lying talking about the Chinese went through the same shit black people went through and that they built the fucking railroads. There were black people on those railroads long before the Chinese got here. You ever heard of chain gangs, Mr. Mac? There were black folks on them chain. There were black slaves on them chain gangs way before black folks got here. I mean, way before Asian folks got here. Okay. So now I understand you trying to throw yourself in the struggle because you know all of a sudden Asian folks are being discriminated against. That ain't our fault. Don't try to identify with our struggle like you one of us. You're not one of us. And quiet as kept, your people ain't no different than white supremacists. They haven't treated us any different. So I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I heard your little thing about they can't burn us all. I'm not sure what you trying to get at. See, a guy like China Mac don't want to have a conversation with me, okay? Especially on history of Asians in this country, because it's just too many incidents that I could bring up, especially about the one where the Asian woman murdered a young black girl in cold blood, shot her in the back of the head in a store. So. We don't want to go there, Mr. Mac. And you know what? Personally, man, my head is messed up with Asians now because I've seen Chinese people eating bat soup. You ever seen bat soup? It's a murky looking liquid with a dead bat laying right in the middle of it. Yep, laying on his back, looking like a rat. Fangs, wings. Yes. Latasha Harlins, exactly. Yeah. And she didn't even go to jail. See, these are the type of things that China Mac don't want to address. Yeah, see, yeah, Miss Pretty, when I saw that, man, I can't, man, I'm done with Chinese food. I can't eat no more Asian cuisine after I seen that. Yeah, right. Shout out to Hassan, man. You right, it may as well be rat soup. That's exactly what. Shout out to Hassan, man. You're right, my brother. It makes fun of you, right? It was a dead rat laying on his back with wings. Yeah, I saw that, man. My head just went south. I was like, nah, I can't bring myself to eat Chinese food no more, man. I can't. I don't even look at Asian people the same anymore. How could you eat something like that, man? Fangs, your mouth open, fangs showing, got wings,
Oh, my chicken. Mm.
you know? I can't do it. I'm done. I'm done with Chinese food. I can't do it. You know? Hey, Dane. Hold on, y'all. See if my co-host is here. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for 1 second here. If anybody want to come on up, I'm gonna let Dane host it for me. Dane, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Dane, take over for me for a few minutes. I just put the link in the chat. Anybody want to come up and kick it? It's an open mic. They ain't gonna be here with y'all for a while, just chilling. I'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes. Hey, Dane, take it over for me. I'll be back in about 20 minutes. We're talking about
Okay.
post election and various things. All right. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Max an obsession with bat soup. Yeah, it did look like they just threw it in their hole. I was like, they couldn't have chopped it up or something. Max thinks I'm weird because I said they should have cut it up and skinned the thing. Yep, they didn't even skin it. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Oh yeah, that K-pop. I got a baby cousin that she's all into them. I don't get it. She's obsessed with them. She's mad about the quarantine because her and a bunch of her friends was planning on going to see them in Japan. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, appropriating our music, our culture. They want to be down with us. Well, and they think by becoming us, they're gonna be down with us, fit in, and then they start thinking they are us. How many? So we've been slowly seeing them on the screen, and some of it, the music we accept now. Before, it was music was stuff was outright stolen. They lowballed. They paid us a few dollars and made big money on our music, or they just outright stole it, or they They made it contractually impossible for us to own our music. Well, I think this year, especially now, because from what I seen, everybody was Trump triggered. They was determined to get him out no matter what. Everybody I talked to, um, even the ones that didn't trust Biden, they was still he was to them the better option besides Trump. Yeah, and I saw I saw kind of record numbers for my precinct of people coming to vote. It does. It's not that black people don't vote. What was surprising for me was they were waiting there when we opened up the polls. We have black people come vote. Usually, it's the first responders that come early in the morning, like when we first open up. And most people, most my folks, they come during their lunch break. They come after they get off of work. They'll come later in the morning if they off. But to be there before 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean before. We was setting up the machine, doing our paperwork. And as soon as 6 o'clock came, I look up and said, to hurry up to finish doing what I was doing, because we had people there to vote. So we hurry up and let them vote. Wasn't expected. Even though the polls open at 6 in the morning, just was not expecting them to be lined up out there. And we stayed busy for most of the morning. Usually we get an hour, we get a rush of people, and then we get time when there's not. No, it stayed steady. Coming. Black folks, black folks, black folks, black folks, black folks. Few splatter of white folks. Used to white people doing that. Oh no, the white people was coming out late today. So not blame me. I voted for Trump. Well, in my area, they always slipping in some amendments to the laws, uh and we had a representative and a senator vote for and a city marshal. So I was paying more attention to the amendments than anything, because everybody's so fixated on the election, they don't pay as close attention to the amendments. Or so they think. Oh, our people have been getting together to decipher those amendments, because they always do it in legal language, and people be like, I feel like I'm taking a test. So we had groups here and there. Our mission group got together and they went over the amendments, what they really mean and stuff like that. Bible study. That's what church was always been when it came to vote. We deciphered those amendments and stuff like that. And one group decided nothing was good. It says no and everything. Some decided that one thing, one or two things was okay, but so I was concentrating on the amendments. Presidential election, as far as I was concerned, I didn't like none of the candidates. So shooks. I concentrate on the things that works more closely with us. Those amendment laws. It was mostly to help. To me, they were helping rich folks, rich white folks at that. It wasn't going to be too much that was going to help us. And yeah, yeah, we need to pay attention to locally. Everything local affects us more closely than the presidential, but we got it fixated in our mind about the presidential. And and I knew since I was 18 years old, they will slip amendments in that they trying to get to pass during the presidential election, or maybe the governor election. Those are the biggies for my state. Will y'all get over the fixation of these people eating animals that we consider pets? Oh my goodness. Well, I've learned from Max. That's where the phrase "there's more than one way to skin a cat," and I always wonder why would somebody want to skin a cat. But what? Oh, okay. I did not know he said that. But about Joe Biden saying Obama was the cleanest African American he ever saw. Well, well, the only reason why you would say that was because you used to seeing uh, African Americans as slaves. That's the only time I ever seen us dirty. We're obsessed with cleanliness. I have a friend who hates to sweat. So whenever we used to have PE, she was taking a bath or a shower. Our showers didn't work all the time, so she was not going to sweat.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'm back. I'm back.
So, but as I was saying, we need to also that much energy that we put in the presidential election. We need to put for everything, especially pertaining to our state and those amendments and laws that they be trying to sneak in under the books, um, because our attention is
Yeah,
distracted, or they sneak in because we don't come out to vote for everything. We was just complaining about uh, that there was the sheriff election um, a while back, and some others. Black people didn't come in numbers like they should have.
yeah, we're gonna do a show. Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off there. Yeah, we're gonna do a show on that about who black people really should be focusing on, but your vote really is going to count. You'd be surprised where your vote, where you get more bang for your buck. But let me shout out to One Do say, she said it doesn't matter to me, Trump Biden. I care about our people. That's my concern. You know what, One, I feel you. We need about another 20, 30 million of you. We need another 20 or 30 million One Do says, and we'd be fine. Problem is, we don't have that many One Do says. I believe I'm saying your name correctly. Do say or do lace, something like that. Um, don't mean to be disrespectful, but yeah. You see, we need more black people that care about black people, and that's the problem. We don't care about each other, and it's gonna. I'm telling you, it's gonna do us in. It's gonna do us in, man. They're running amok on us. They're playing this out left and right. I mean, and it's blatant too. It's not anything that's hidden. I mean, they pretty much smacking us in the face. Pretty much smacking us in the face and daring us to do something about it. You know, and there's not enough brave black men that's willing to stand up and do what is needed to be done. Ice Cube was one of the first ones I've seen in a long time, and we got a couple of black folks out here who know what needs to get done, but we don't support them. We got Dr. Claude Anderson, one of the greatest minds of our time, and nobody supports him. You know, like I said, at least with Trump, he's willing to sit down and have a negotiation. Now, the black people that went up there, some of them uh, were were questionable, Kanye West and the likes. But we could have worked that out for another 4 years. We could have got the right black people up there. You ain't gonna have no negotiations with Biden and that. There's no coming up to the White House and talking. None of that's going to go down. At least Trump, had the platinum plan. Like I said, at least he got the platinum plan. I mean, you can't expect it to be perfect. He's not black, but he tried to put something together anyway. It's up to us to correct it. Okay, nah, Trump, take that out and throw this in. Where's the black people to meet him halfway and say, okay, I like to start, but we're going to have to add to it. And we need to take this out and throw this in. You can't expect them to have a plan that fit black people perfectly. He's not black. Where's the plan that Biden and Kamala have for black people? What are they gonna do for black people? They already got the gays lined up. They already told the gays what's up. They already promised the gays the world. So they ain't promised black people nothing. Nothing. I haven't seen them sit down with one black person. The only thing I've seen them sit down with is gay folks, LGBT. I mean, they've had all these shows with LGBTs and stuff like that. I don't even know if I've seen them sit down and have anything with a straight black person. So, what have they promised for black people? Where's the plan they have for black people? You see, y'all voting, black folks went out there and voted for people that don't even have a plan for us because you were scared of the so-called boogeyman because he was a racist. Listen, you had more black people getting murdered when Obama was in office than you did under Trump. Now, I'm not saying that that's that's not something to be proud of. I mean, because we're talking about black people getting killed either way. But if you want to get technical, it was many more black people being murdered when Obama was in office, and he did nothing about it. Oh, wait a minute, that's right. He did come out and say if he had a son, he looked like Trayvon. Then he sung a couple of Al Green songs. Other than that, he didn't do anything about it. Nothing. I mean, at least Trump. Listen, even if Trump meant it or not, he looked dead into the camera and told the white supremacists to stop it. Obama ain't even do that. Now I know that may sound silly. I get it and all. I mean, if Obama did something for us, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in right now. I know, Maryland and Memphis. I keep telling people, man, I don't know what you can't. What are you worrying about him being racist for? Obama was a racist too. So you excuse Obama's racism? Obama didn't like black people either. At least not straight black people. So my thing is, hold on one second. J-Lo's Motown performance. Oh, the fake wannabe black girl. So we have a situation where they are stealing our culture. You got all of these races of women trying to be black women. They're getting these butt injections now that I'm aware of, thanks to Dame Frankie telling me about. I didn't even know this stuff was happening. Butt implants, now I knew I've heard of breast implants before, but the butt things, I didn't know nothing about that. You're getting cement and caulking put in your butt, and just so you can look like a black woman. So they're trying to replace the black woman. The black man is already done, mostly. I mean, you can see that on social media. If you go by what you see on social media, the black man is done. If you go by what you see in society, then you still got a ray of hope. But we're gonna talk about that in another show. We're gonna talk about how to uncover these hidden gems. There's a lot of good black men around you. You just don't pay them any mind. We're gonna talk about why. Okay, we're gonna do a show about that. Hey, Dane.
Yes.
Abby.
Abby dropped off. She'll be back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then take it back over for people and try to stay on track about what we're talking about. Okay, try not to go too far into the story thing. I'll be right back. I guess that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. All right. So we admit that hey, they all racist. That means we gotta be on top of it. We can't just relax. Oh, we got our man in office. Um, Everything's gonna be all right. That's the problem. We've been having that attitude for too long. We got the person we want. He knows what we want. We handle everything, and not stay on top of it. And then next thing you know, he didn't do nothing. We didn't stay on top of him. We didn't stay on top of him. Yeah, shoots. The ultimate relax was President Obama. We got our black president. He's black. He knows our issues, and we left him to handle it, ignoring uh stuff that shows that he wasn't, or didn't get on top of him when he was slipping. Then get on them and say, "Hey, enough with the other people agenda. What about ours? This is our issues. Why are you not doing anything about the?" Oh, let me see. There's so much going on. The main one was about the discrepancies, or how do I put it? Our the high number of our people being jailed for 20, 30 years, all these high numbers for weed charges, and not selling it most of the time it's just their personal use. They just being a harm to themselves. That shouldn't have them in prison for 20, 30 years. Getting on top of the legal system, because the legal system has always been a problem for us and black folks for us black folks. So none of that. It seemed like once he got the backlash for saying that Trayvon could have been his son, he shut it down. But it's also our fault. We thought that once he's in, and we done it over and over again. Every time we got somebody black in office, we left them alone to do it, and we didn't stay on top of it. We didn't help them put pressures on others to vote our way, or push the things we want into play. They had to do it by themselves. They had to kind of negotiate, instead of knowing that they have the support, and that they could stand up, stick to their guns. So we can't go back to sleep. We can't relax. That's the problem. We relax. This is what we should be doing now. We should be going over, which we are kind of doing, but we could continue to go over Ice Cube plans, all the plans that has been around um to for our black agendas, black men, black women, our children. School, we need to concentrate on the locals. We need to get um we need to start now learning who the candidates. Keep their eyes, see how they voting. Are they voting? I was surprised to find out um that they were using things, they were that things that needed to be renewed, amendments, laws that had to be renewed, because they were, like, in some cases, special case. There's a Violence Against Women Act law that's being held hostage by the Republicans, because they're trying to get the Democrats who wants to renew this to vote in their favor. So they kind of holding it hostage. They like, okay, we want, if I vote yes on this for you, you vote yes on this for me. And it don't work, because it hinders us, or their constituents. So I was surprised to find out that, and I went to look it up. Yes, or that my congressman did not vote at all for things that was important as far as I was important to me, and he was there. Did he vote? No. I'd be like, you better vote. I don't care if you say yeah or no. You're supposed to be there. You're paid to do that to vote. I may have wanted this and that, and maybe the majority wanted this or that, but you supposed to be there to vote. You know, be on top of it. What are you doing? They smoozing. They using the office to get what they want and not what your state wants, what your city wants. They fixated on the part of this and part of that instead of the state this or that.
I want to know. I want to know what will change. You know, why do black people go out and support the Democratic Party for what? For as far as I know, they didn't promise us anything. I want to know what caught black people's eyes so much to where they needed to run out to the polls and put these people in office. People that never said a thing about helping us one way or the other. So I want to know what black people heard that I didn't hear. I didn't hear anything. Maybe I missed it. Somebody know what they're supposed to be doing for us? Anybody in the chat know? Because I haven't heard anything. Now, granted, I do work. I'm a hardworking man, and I'm not always listening. So maybe I missed something. Could somebody fill me in on what the Democrats promised to do for us? You know, what did they say that made black people go flying out to the polls and record numbers and vote them in office? Can somebody fill me in? Because I'm at a loss.
Well, I have to admit, from what I've seen, they voted emotional. They wanted Trump gone.
Okay,
They
one of them going for what?
because they felt he was the worst for them.
Man, let me tell you something, man. All of these presidents are the worst for us. I don't. What president been? Somebody need to point out a president that benefited us. Listen, y'all gonna kick yourselves in the behind after a while. Trump, believe it or not, was the closest chance we had to actually getting something for black people. I don't know what y'all been watching. You should have been paying attention. Like I said, Trump will at least sit down and negotiate. He's willing to meet with our representatives. Matter of fact, he was the first president that did that, right, Dame? No other president has had anybody from the black community come to the White House and speak on the behalf of white people. I don't recall that. Obama didn't do that, right?
Well, he had him to speak on the behalf of white people.
Okay, apparently Dame is having issues with a connection because, I mean, we pro-black. I would never say on speaking on behalf of white people. So apparently she's having issues with her connection. We'll wait for her to get her connection together. But anyway, let us know when you got your connection together, Dame. But yeah, so I don't know if Obama had anybody black come up to the White House and speak on the behalf of black people. I don't know if any president has done that. Trump had several black people come up. Now, granted, we can argue about what kind of black people they were. You know, Kanye West pretty much is gone in the head, and he ain't been right since his mama died. So Steve Harvey, okay, that's a coon. I mean, what's the other girl? Amber Rose, and that old fiasco.
Amber Rose is white.
She's white?
Yes.
Oh, I thought she was. She said she black.
She actually said those words that she is black.
Yeah, that's what I heard her say.
I never heard her say she was black.
Then again, you know what? That would make sense with the slut walk. Then if she's white, that would make sense. I have to admit, I'm not really a politic person. You know, I hear these people on the radio, whatever. I don't really see them that much because I'm not really. I think politics is a bunch of BS. You know, all it is a game to keep the people from revolting, as far as I'm concerned. You got to keep the people's mind occupied. You got to make them think that they are included. You know, it's like the illusion. It's the biggest illusion of inclusion I've ever seen. Okay, so. I mean, I think of politics the same way I think of bat soup. All right, so go ahead, Dan.
Okay, Ani, her mom is a white South African. I forgot what they called them. She's not black South African. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, shucks, I lost my train of thought. Well,
you know, you said that Obama had white people come up there speaking on behalf of white people.
Oh, that's kind of what I heard. Okay, so
I didn't say that.
I didn't say you said that. I said that's what I heard. Because just repeat it for me again, because it kind of threw me. That's why I was.
Well, I don't know why, because you know I would never say nothing like that.
Okay. Hey, just repeat it for me.
Well, what I was saying was that I don't know. Did Obama have anybody black coming up to the White House to speak on the behalf of black people? No. I don't remember. I don't recall.
No, but then again, a lot of us thought of him as speaking on behalf of black people.
Okay, so, and he did, well, he did speak for black people. They were just gay black people. Now, my thing is, he spoke for dead black people too. He spoke for Trayvon Martin. But okay, I want to know what was so bad about Trump. Take away the racism. I can't give you racism because the racism is a given. All of these presidents was racist. That to me, that's nothing in the grand scheme of things. They all were racist. Jimmy Carter was racist. All of the Kennedys were racist. Only black people believe that Kennedy and Carter and Bill Clinton weren't racist. Okay, do y'all know that the Clintons are gangsters? Real gangsters? I'm talking about straight Al Capone type gangsters. Some old 1920 type gangster stuff. Lucky Luciano type gangsters. They straight gangsters. Okay, so check out the racism. Somebody in the chat, I challenge you to tell me what was so bad about Trump. Can't use racism. Now I can't see the chat, Dane. If anybody answer, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Anybody in the chat, take out the racism, take out the fact that he was racist, because to me that doesn't do anything. All of these presidents was racist. I think it's a prerequisite to be the daggone president. You must be racist. Okay, so take that out and then start after that and tell me what was so bad about Trump.
You
can go ahead and talk, Dame. Just keep an eye on the chat in case somebody answers that, because I want to know what was so bad about Trump, other than the fact that people are calling him a racist, other than the fact that he was a racist. What was so bad about him?
His history. Well, I guess because of the what was it? Central Park. Was it five? Central Park 5. Do you know he still never apologized that he was wrong or admit that he was wrong as far as
Of
he's
course.
concerned, he's done it and he's still done it.
Okay, so what if he admits that he's wrong? What is that going to do for black people? See, black people have to start being realistic about what's going on in this world. Okay? If you really want something, you really want some change, you can't go after these kinds of victories that mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. If he apologizes about the Central Park 5, so what? What is that going to change for black people? Is that going to stop the cop from pulling you over and walking up to you with his gun out and on seeing the color of your skin ready to blow your brains out? Well, let's stop that. In the grand scheme of things, let's take a look at that. He didn't apologize for the Central Park 5. Okay, he didn't do it.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm not done. Hold on.
In the chat. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, who's in the chat?
Okay. I don't know quite how to pronounce it. CYD. Or the fact that they fact check everything he says and it always turned out to be a lie. The fact that he ran over protesters to take a photo. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Let me back that up. Sorry, CYD. Oh, I'm sorry. I think she was talking to somebody else. I think that's she. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, let me pull it back a little bit. I am so sorry. See, black women voted for their own rights had nothing to do with anybody but black women. Trump had the government run through a group of protesters, sir. Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about that. Trump had a group of people run through protesters. Trump had a group of people run through protesters. Did Trump tell a group of people, did you hear Trump say, hey, get in your vehicles and run those people over? Because I don't remember hearing him say that. Where did Trump say, get in your vehicles and run these people over? I don't remember hearing none of that. Those people were racist and they were going to do what they wanted to do anyway because they hate black people. And they hate anybody that's trying to do something for black people. That was here before Trump and it's here now. And it's going to be here on its way out of the White House. And it's going to still be here while Biden and them is in office. They're already threatening to kill black men and black boys right now. So, now I'm not taking Trump's side. I just want to know what was so bad about him. Okay, somebody said, well, they fact check everything talking about he was a liar. He's a businessman. What do you expect? And what politician don't lie? Oh, Trump's a liar. Okay. And the other politicians are telling the truth? You think Obama didn't tell a lie? All these politicians are liars. Even the black ones. That's all politicians do is lie.
Then how can you trust anything and anybody says?
You don't. What you got to do is you got to negotiate. You got to cut a deal.
If they're gonna lie, what makes you think they're gonna keep the deal?
No, you got to negotiate. You got to get stuff in writing or whatever. You know, you got to. There's ways you got to negotiate with these people. There's ways of getting things done. Just ask the Asians. There's ways of getting things done.
Oh, okay.
Even a crook likes to make money. Okay, so he lied about stuff. Okay, so what? Again, I'm not blown away by anything that anyone is saying. Okay, but you damn right he lies. Of course he lies. He's a businessman. And people got to understand something. Trump is not a politician. He's not spit polished like an Obama or Hillary Clinton or all these people.
Okay.
Trump was a businessman that came in off the street. Never been a politician in his life. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was just reading Craig Harper. Black women all over the world did not uh let's see, went against Ice Cube. You saw some black women, not all of them. And sometimes if we think who we voting for or who we and black women were doing this for a long time, it's hard to steer us away. And yes, and there have been black women that steered away from the Democratic Party. It took a while, but we realized the Democratic Party is
Well,
not for.
let me ask you this,
Uh-huh.
and Abby, you can chime in on this too. Let me ask you this. Okay,
Mhm.
I don't know if you saw that part where Ice Cube was on the Queens of Cocktails, the Queens and Cocktail show with Vivica Fox and the other sisters. They were concerned that there was nothing in that contract for black women. Now, do y'all, as black women, and I'm gonna ask the black women in the chat, right? Do y'all believe there should be something specific in that contract for black women? Any black woman in the chat can answer that too. Do y'all think that there should be something specific that's spelled out for black women in that contract for Black America?
Well, I don't think so, but I don't think that need to be specifically black women, because this is about black people as a whole, all of us, men, women, children.
Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, I see. I hear what Ice Cube is talking about. He included black women. Okay, I understand that. But maybe there should be something in there for black women. Maybe, how about protection? Black women don't have any protection. Black women are walking targets around here right now. And their own men, most of their own men don't even want to protect them. Maybe there should be something in there about specific to black women about protection. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, if I wrote the contract up, there would definitely be a section for black women because there's a lot of stuff going on with black women right now that needs to be addressed, especially pregnant black women. Pregnant black women get treated like crap. A lot of things should change, especially with pregnant black women. Pregnant black women are treated like dogs. They're treated the worst. There should be something specific, some outline specifically for black women. And because we are doing that, it doesn't mean that we're separating ourselves from our women. What it means to me is that we are coming to the aid of our women. We are addressing some issues that are happening to them only, as we're addressing what's happening to black people overall. But there are some things that are happening to black women only that needs to be addressed. That's not happening to any other woman. And I do think some of them things need to be addressed. Hello?
Yes.
I mean, we could talk about, for starters, postpartum depression, right? Most black women, when they're pregnant and they have a baby, don't get diagnosed or checked for. They don't even get checked for postpartum depression. They just push them out into the street with their babies, and they don't give them um any kind of mental health treatment. From what I've been told by some sisters, they don't even consider checking black women for postpartum depression. They do for white women, though. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing some things out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that black women have a case for having some things drawn up specifically for them in that contract that doesn't separate them from us. Just because we're putting some things specifically, I'm sorry, just because we're putting some things in the contract that point specifically to black women, it doesn't mean that we're separating our women from the rest of us. No, we're just acknowledging that there are things that is happening to them simply because they are black women. And those things need to be dealt with. Hello?
Yeah. Agree with you. Emmanuel Briggs said, I would have liked to have seen specific protection for black women, especially when it involves the mortality rate during pregnancy. We're losing too many of our women during childbirth.
Exactly. Again, you see, that goes back to what I said about pregnant black women are treated the worst. And then they got all these abortion clinics in the black community encouraging black women to get abortions, to murder their children. See, all these things are affecting black women. It's affecting the psyche of black women. Like I said, this doesn't have to be, or as far as I'm concerned, it isn't a gender issue as far as a gender war. There are things that are happening to black women just because they are black women. It has nothing to do with them separating themselves from us. But there are things that are happening only to them simply because they're black women, and those things need to be addressed. I do think that stuff needs to be talked about. Some light needs to be shed on that.
Let's see. Emmanuel Briggs says, I would like to see more business loan opportunity tax breaks for black women since they create a great majority of our small businesses. Hmm. Correct.
Yeah, yeah. What I think about black women that they have not been protected. Now, this is my mind. I think we the blacks, we have to help each other so that we can protect our women. If we the blacks are not doing that, no one can protect us apart from we the blacks. So this what here is the case that Black men and the black women have to be one so that we can protect our sisters and our brothers also. Yeah, we shouldn't leave them doing their own thing as a women. We have to protect our women. So if you're a black man and you are not protecting your women, who do you want to protect your woman for you? We need to protect ourselves. We have to join hands together. We create more jobs for ourselves as a blacks so that we can use it to help some of our pregnant women who are in need. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, just because a few celebrities and social media people um went at Ice Cube because for whatever their reasons are they been triggered, or they felt he didn't do enough, or that they thought he was being used for another photo op type thing, and they was disappointed, does not mean that all black women thought the same as those women. We disagree. Some of us disagree with them. And yes, some people have attacked, but that's not the whole.
Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry, Dame. I was talking. You guys couldn't hear me. Let me finish saying what I was saying. I want to answer Craig Harper.
Hmm.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, listen. You see, the problem with what you're saying, Craig, is this, right? Black men act like they don't have no fault in what's happening to our black women. They act like they don't have no fault in why our black women feel the way they feel. Why do you think they feel the way they feel? They feel the way they feel as a direct result of our failure as leaders in our community. See, we can't sit up here and act like we didn't play a part in this. You see, when you leave your women unprotected and they're attacked by other racist men, excuse me, somebody's got some background noise. Somebody go on mute. Okay? When you leave your women unprotected, when you're unwilling to protect your women, right? And they're being attacked by other races of men. What do you, and this goes on for long periods of time. How do you think they're going to feel over a period of time? They're going to feel like you can't protect them because you're not protecting them. You're not standing up for them. You won't fight for them. You won't help them do nothing. As a matter of fact, you're actually working against them. You got Google. What the hell are black hate groups doing forming against black women? What kind of sense does that make? They got a bunch of black groups that have formed who are black versions of the KKK, and they are fighting against black women. So what the hell do you think they're going to feel like? They're going to feel like they're alone, like we don't have their back, like there's no one out here that's going to stand for them or protect them. So I understand why they feel the way they feel. This has happened over a period of years. This just didn't happen yesterday. And you constantly got men talking about they don't need protection. You got black men talking about they're going to harm black women. You got black men talking about they're going to do harm to black women, like white racists talking about they want to do harm to black women. And so when you have failed leadership, decade after decade, you failed to set the standard in your community. You've allowed all these things to come in. You've made all of these excuses. Every time a situation came to us where we were supposed to solve it, you want to say, no, let the black woman handle it, right? It's the black woman's fault, right? Well, this is what you get. This is what we get for not standing up and being men. This is what happens. This is what happens. Now the black women are rebelling against us because they don't have no faith in us. And honestly, why should they? All this crybaby shit. Oh, well, the black woman going against us, going against us, going against us. You're damn right, because you've been going against her for decades. You haven't been protected, man. The black woman ain't been protected since the late 60s. And that's what I know of. The protection fell off somewhere in the middle of the 80s. She ain't been protected since then. And now not only she's being protected, she got black men attacking her. The black men, the very black men are supposed to be protecting her and taking care of the children that he produced with her, is now attacking her. But for somehow we don't have no fault in all of this. And a lot of brothers are in denial because they always want to point fingers at black mothers for having these babies, right? They call them single baby mamas, even though that baby needs a father. They don't talk about the fathers who make these kids. They just talk about the mothers. See, that's denial. You see, you think that you can get away with not being accountable for not doing anything, for allowing all of this to happen. Ain't no blaming no black women. Let me tell you something. When these cops pull us over and they ready to blow our brains out, they don't want to hear nothing about you blaming the black woman. All they're going to do is see a black man that they need to get rid of. They don't care nothing about your crybaby shit. And the reason why that is because you won't stand up and fight against them. You won't take no stand against them. You won't take no stand against the beast, and you turned on your woman. And now you tripping about how she feels. You tripping about she's attacking niggas. But she can't trust us either. She don't know friend from foe right now. Even Dr. Claude Anderson said that there's no male leadership to speak of in the black communities. There's no male leadership. So how would you blame her for feeling the way she feels? She has no lead. There's no male leadership to speak of in these black communities. So what is she supposed to do? She feels like she's been abandoned and that we don't care about her, that we don't love her. And we don't show her that we love her, right? Keep fighting with her every goddamn day, right? We don't show her no love. Even when she's pregnant, we ain't showing her no love. We calling her all kinds of names, calling her fat this, fat that. We don't even show our women that we love. We don't love our women. But you want to cry because they feel the way they feel. Well, they feel the way they feel because we, us as black men, are colossal failures. That's why they feel the way they feel. And until that change, they may abandon us altogether. Why wouldn't they? We don't love them. We don't protect them. We don't care about the kids we make with them. But you see, Negroes don't want to address that, though. It's always the black woman's fault. They don't want to address the issues that's dealing with the so-called leader of the community, which is the black man. Hello? Am I still, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. He's going, black women win as hard for us as she did for that white man. It wouldn't be a gender war.
Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about that. See, the black woman is going hard for the black man. I ain't seen no black women going hard for no white men. What black women are going hard for white men? Where are these black women at? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, when George Floyd was murdered, black women were out there going hard for George Floyd. When Trayvon was murdered, black women was out there going hard for Trayvon Martin. Okay, when my man got his cat peeled over there in Ferguson, black women was out there going hard. Black women was out there going hard. I don't see no black women going hard for no white dudes. Where you seeing that at? Produce some evidence in the chat of that. I see black women going hard for black men, even right now. Despite the fact that we don't want to protect them. Well, I ain't going to say we. I protect my woman. I'm not involved in that. But despite the fact that the Negro has given the black woman his ass to kiss and the bottom of his shoes to lick, she's still going hard for us. Problem is, you Negroes don't want to admit that you're weak, you're cowardly, and you're failures. You don't want to face the truth that you are a disgrace. You become too cowardly. And you're weak. You're weak to the point that you're becoming a female. And you want to blame that on black women? That ain't black women's fault. Those are your choices. You decided to be weak. Don't get mad at her because you decided to be a coward. Black women going hard for white men. I don't see that. Somebody show me that. Put a link up there. I want to see that. So I seen black women going hard for niggas, even going hard for the niggas who are with Becky's. Damn, I try not to say that word today. Mm-hmm. Man.
They going Biden is the white dude I'm talking about, protecting the ones in my life. Okay, so she got to choose between two white dudes. Biden and Trump. So if it's regardless which way she turn, she's gonna be choosing a white dude. One is a Republican, one is a Democrat. We all agree there's not too much difference between them. She's going to vote with the one she thinks can get her what she wants or what she needs. So don't use this election. Okay, some women, and unless you talk to every woman in the world, some women who had access to social media disagree with Ice Cube, or they reacted first and found out later what Ice Cube did. What I've seen.
Hold on one second, Dan. Hold on one second. So you complain about her going hard for a white dude, like Dame said, right? Who is she going to choose from? It's the lesser of two evils. If you wanted to go hard for a black man, right? Where's the black man that's supposed to be in there that she's going hard for?
And you got to remember, the
last you Negroes, wait a minute, hold on.
And we saw how that turned out.
See, you Negroes are too cowardly to even run for office. You scared to even run for office. So if you want her to go hard for a black man with her vote, then get your scary behind up there and run for the presidency. Niggas scared to even run for office. Go ahead, Dave.
Yes, and she always been going. I shouldn't say she, we always been going hard for black men. We vote for the ones we think that will work for us. Okay, so you think they're wrong for choosing Biden? Okay, as this group, you think they should have went for Trump? What they're seeing from Trump is not telling them that they can help. They're going with the devil they know, the devil that they've been working with, the devil they can work with. So, okay, some of them have secondary agendas where they put their sex lives before their people. That's those women. That's that group. But don't lump us all that. Okay, we have, and if you see us supporting, that's usually because there's a family member. Family. Women are about family.
Man, don't sit up here and apologize for doing what you have to do. It's the lesser of two evils. We're all in the same boat. It's two devils up there. Pick your choice. Pick your choice of devil.
Yeah, pretty
much. You want the red devil, or you want the pink devil? Well, in Trump's case, the orange devil. Okay, you want take your pick. You want the red devil or the orange devil? Now you want to throw a Negro in the mix, so she can vote for the Negro. Then put a Negro up there. Don't blame her because you Negroes are scared to run for office. Too cowardly to go represent your people. Too cowardly to stand up for your people. I can't see the chat, Dan. What they saying in the chat?
Let's see. Let me back it up a little bit. Yes, you chose the one Yes, you chose the one we won't, cause that's the one that got the fucking jobs for us, not you. Not you, but black men. Okay, what jobs did Trump get us?
Wait a minute. I don't even understand it. Who said that?
Oh, that was Craig Harper. Let me back it up some more. I might be okay. Let me back it up a little bit more. Let's see. Okay. This election, financially, we need Trump in office so we can keep our jobs. We kept telling them that they went against us, no matter what they stood. What they stood with LBGT.
Okay, stop. Went against us. There is no us. Let's get that clear right now. There is no us. Black men aren't doing what they're supposed to do to protect their women and their children. Now, I'm not saying all black men. Of course, we're not going to say all black men. Okay, we got some strong brothers out here doing what they can, but we don't have enough. There's no presence in the community. There's no leadership in the communities. There is no us. Let's get that clear right off the bat. There is no us. There was no leadership in our communities. Not any black leadership. There was no ownership in the black communities. A lot of you brothers don't even know what ownership really means. You're in an apartment, you think it's yours. You got to know to call an apartment that you're in your house. So that shows you right there that you're confused about ownership. There's no ownership or there's no black ownership or black leadership in the communities. There is no us. Go ahead, Dane.
Oh, okay. He's telling me the steel industry, the effing steel industry thing. We need our jobs. The steel industry.
Well, Trump wanted to do that, right? He wanted to revitalize the urban areas and bring back the industrial, right? Black folks didn't get behind him. They let the Democrats block it.
Okay, that's what I think that's what he's trying to say. He's saying the black women didn't get behind it. Since we vote the majority of the time has the highest level, he's feeling that we didn't get behind it. That we he's saying that it sounds like he's saying we didn't get behind it. That's how he.
You say that black women didn't get behind what?
Okay, all right. He said okay, let me.
So you saying that? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so you saying where the black man put his interest at, the black woman didn't go follow and didn't go behind?
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't. They didn't.
Well,
go
you see,
behind.
well, you know that's our fault. She don't have no faith in us, so she don't want to follow us. Again, okay, I don't know. I don't know how to say this, but when you don't protect your women and you constantly let them be brutalized by other races of men, and when you have children by them and you want to divorce yourself from the children and don't want to be responsible and leave them to take care of all these kids by themselves, right? And then turn around and turn against them, call them all out their name, saying they fat bees when they're pregnant with your child, and you just overall partake in the brutalization of black women. No, they're not going to follow you. No, they're not going to believe in you. No, they're not going to listen to a damn thing you say. Okay? That's our fault. We created that in their minds by our actions. So don't sit up here crying now that, oh, well, the black woman didn't follow me. You didn't give her nothing to follow. As a matter of fact, you gave her every reason not to follow.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah, he's really mad. He brought back the steel industry. I'm a welder by trade. The steel industry control automotive, airline, and the military. The military just started back hiring AWS welders. That's effing over now. Thanks.
That ain't black women's fault. You can't blame black women for something we should be doing ourselves. There should have been a stronger black male presence. There should have been a no nonsense attitude. There should have been a take no for an answer type attitude. That ain't black women's fault. Black men are supposed to stand up for what we want. We're supposed to fight for what we want. That ain't black women's fault. Go ahead, Dane.
Black women don't listen. If you bring in immigrants, they come into plants and vote our unions.
Stop. Right, they don't listen because there's no protection. When we start protecting and start doing what we're supposed to do, when we start being leaders and start protecting our women and protecting our children, right, with our lives like other races do with their women and children, then they'll start listening. Okay, it's a trade-off. You want them to listen? You got to start protecting. You got to start taking care of your children. You got to start being leaders in your community. You have to stop being cowards. You got to stop being sissies. You got to stop embarrassing us as black people. When you stop doing that, then they'll take us seriously. They'll start listening.
Okay.
But they're not gonna listen as long as all of those things I just said are still going on.
Okay, they're telling Craig to get on the panel. Okay, Emmanuel Briggs says Democrat and Republican politicians got together with corporations to F off the steel industry years ago in the 80s. That has nothing to do with black women, and that's not recent.
None of this has anything to do with black women. This is just black men blaming because they are ashamed to admit the truth that they are failures. You have failed to be a leader in your community. You have failed to protect your women. You have failed to protect your children. You have failed. You have failed at every corner. You failed to own property own wealth in this country. You failed. This is not the black woman's fault. This is the fault of the man. The man is the leader, not the woman. So we're not going to do the crybaby thing because we have failed as leaders and as men. We failed our women and our children and our society. We are a laughing stock. Other races of men laugh at us. They have no respect for us. They think we're all cowards. I can't tell you how many times out here driving this truck, I talk to other races of men, even Hindus, right? And the conversation turns to, why you don't like your women? Why do black men don't like their women? Why do you think other men should do things for your women? You should always do things for your women. Why you don't do anything for your children? I get this conversation 2 or 3 times a month out here on the road. So what does that tell you? Other races of men are watching how you treat your women and children. You can't protect your women and children, you get no respect, bro. That's how it's going down. Because your women and children are the prize of your nation. They are your race. You can't protect them. You can't protect your race. Go ahead, Dane.
Okay, Craig, I put the link down in the chat so you can come up and talk to Max because y'all starting to write a book. But okay, we dropped the ball. As I said, that's the problem. We think once we vote somebody in that we don't have to keep our eye on them, keep on top of them. We go to sleep. Oh, I voted for my man. He's not what I want. And then that's it. We don't keep our eye on them. We don't make sure they voting right. We don't make sure that they doing what they supposed to be doing. And so we drop the ball. We go back to sleep. We get comfortable.
Go back to sleep. I don't know if we woke up.
Trust me.
Go back to sleep.
We wake up every 4 years. And we go vote for the president. We start paying attention to stuff. Yeah, we go back to sleep. Yeah. Or when there's somebody we can't stand or we think is doing a horrible job and we want to get them out of there.
All right, ladies, I'm going to get off here. I got some things. I'm going to let y'all ladies have it. Close up shop when you're done, Dan. I'll be listening, though. So if any smoke comes, I'll jump back on the panel, okay?
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right, ladies, I'll talk to y'all later. Hey, everybody in the chat, peace out. Peace, power, and unity. But I will be listening. Anybody bring any smoke, I will jump back on the panel. Peace.
Okay, and what happened is a domino effect. We ignore the small things. We don't pay attention to what's going on locally, which ends up dominoing into the bigger stuff. So we didn't stay on top of the small stuff. We didn't stay on top of the local stuff. So we have representatives and senators and governors that don't have our interests in their mind or vote our interests or even have anything to do with it. They don't even consider their constituents because we go to sleep. We concentrate, president. Or maybe governor. But we don't pay attention to the laws that's being passed. We don't pay attention to the judge, the sheriffs, the mayors, the governors, the representatives, the senators, all that. And we don't stay on top of them. And because the small stuff got slipped through, which made room for the bigger stuff that slipped through. Okay, you was talking about Maxine Waters. Do you know over the time frame her constituents, her voters are Hispanic because we didn't, and because we missed the small stuff, and her areas got gentrified. And now there's more Hispanics than blacks in her areas. But she still tried to do for black people. She helped with Ice Cube's thing. She talked he talked with her. So even though her constituents are Hispanic, she still try to keep her hand on things for black folks and stuff like that. But it's our fault. We ignore the small stuff. We don't pay attention to. We don't think it's that important. And then when it dominoes into the bigger things and it's out of our hands, now we're complaining about it. But that's why I said we cannot go back to sleep. We've been doing that too long. We've been doing it over and over again. I've been guilty of it. You know, when I was younger, I didn't go vote for everything. I went for the presidential election, the governor election, the mayor maybe. I didn't learn enough about these little amendments that's slipping in, unless it actually pertained to me, which at 18 years old was the drinking laws going from 18 to 21. But the people behind me didn't do it neither. And it domino. Or we rely on the people we trust, family, friends, and see how they voting. We don't even know who we voting for sometimes. I had no idea about the steel mill industry. No man told me about it. He didn't tell me vote for Trump because he's gonna bring the steel mill. In fact, the men that I knew who were they were on the opposite side. They were like, Biden, we need to get Trump out of there. He's racist. So hey, but that might be just me and my community. And stuff like that. As from what I was seeing, everybody wanted to get rid of Trump. Anybody would have been better than Trump the way they were talking. But they also was thinking that they'll be able to work with Biden. That he was the lesser of the two evils. So in my experience, hey, it was both men and women. So... Oh, well, y'all said that Biden won. Maybe that's why Craig was so triggered. Well, he's still
Frankie, how you doing?
I'm sorry, Rosie. Max is fussing at me about that I don't be considerate of the people. Go ahead, Rosie.
Dang, Frankie. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing good.
I ain't talked to you in so long, man.
Yeah, you've been disappearing on us. I've been kind of worried about you.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, man. You know, I was just in the chat room, man. Talking to the people. I just wanted to touch on this shit that. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you good.
Right. I just wanted to touch on the shit that Max was talking about. I don't know nothing about that political shit, but I do know about the state of the black man and how we are not, we got a lot of work to do. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We got a lot of work to do, man. The shit that we doing out here is real crazy, man. Like, mm-hmm. It's like real crazy, man. It's crazy because we got all this animosity for the woman, and I'm like, I don't understand that shit, man. Like, we as far as the leadership, we have failed, man. Like, it's like, and a brother like me, I want black power. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I want. I want black power. I'm tired of the black man, depending on the white man for every goddamn thing. If you look at us, man, we depend on this cracker for every little thing, man, for our jobs, for housing, I mean, for everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sick of that, man. I'm tired of us being second bananas to these white men, man. We wasn't put on this planet to be slaves to the white man. You know what I'm saying, Frankie? We weren't put here to be second bananas to this white man. We too great for that. You know what I'm saying? We too great for that. We weren't put here to just some flunky. We're not supposed to be some flunky. Some hiding underneath the white man's skirt. Yeah, I mean we better than that. Fuck the bullshit. You know, it's a lot of commotion in the background.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm mute
You
now.
know, I'm tired, man. As a black man in America, dog, like I'm real angry, man. I don't think people understand. Like I'm real angry. Like I'm real angry. Like real angry. And people don't understand why I be talking the way that I talk. Like people don't understand. Like we've been in America for 400 years. Like when we gonna be like, man, you know, I'm tired of these white folks controlling our destiny. When we gonna get tired of that? We let white people control everything. They ain't no fucking. They mad. These motherfuckers are people. They can bleed and they can die. They ain't no deity. They ain't God. You feel me? We treat these people like they God. And I'm tired of black men feeling low and having no confidence. Nigga, we great. We the shit. Fuck is niggas talking about? We the shit. We the man. We the motherfucking man. We the shit. I'm not saying that other group of men are not great, but we great too. Shit, we great too. We capable of greatness too. But we out here being shitted on and being laughed at and we the motherfucking underdog. People don't even take us seriously. But see, if we just woke up, we'll take over this whole planet, man. We'll take over this whole planet. Real shit. You feel me? Dave Frankie, you there, baby? The fuck happened
Yeah,
to
I'm
Dave
here.
Frankie?
Yeah, I'm here.
Man, I don't know if you heard me. I hope the people in the chat heard me.
Oh yeah, I believe they heard you. Yeah, we heard you.
Yeah, I heard you also.
But yeah, man,
That's Abena. Abena, that's Rozzy.
how you doing? How you doing, man? How you doing?
Oh, okay. Hey, hi, bro, Razzie.
But yeah, like I was saying, you know, this Caucasian is our enemy. I'm not saying all of them are, but if you look historically, whenever we made some progress by building up our own, they was there to knock it down. Whenever we wanted to move forward and become the leaders of this world, that was there to sabotage. You know what I'm saying? And these folk, man, they ain't got our best interests at heart. And I just want black men. And when I say black men, I gotta include myself in it too, cause I ain't on my high horse acting like I got it all together, nigga. My life, I told people before, my life fucked up right now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck, keep it all the way a bean with you. My life is bad right now. Like I'm having problems and all this crazy shit. But so it goes for me too. So when I say black man, that's me. It's me too. I ain't gonna say, I ain't gonna say act like my life is peaches and cream, nigga. I'm going, man. I got a whole list of problems. You feel me? So black men, me and the rest of these Negroes out here, you feel me? Me and the rest of black, we gotta get it together, man. We gotta get it together. You feel me? Fuck all the bullshit. This white man got power. Ain't nobody over him. Ain't nobody over him. He ain't got to depend on nobody. He depend on himself. You know what I mean? He employs his own people. He promotes his own women. You know what I mean? But see, he's unapologetic himself. I'm unapologetically black. You know what I mean? If people don't like it, and I be trying to get black men to just, we gotta put ourselves first. Be black first. Be loyal to black women. Stop thinking that, other groups of women are the better woman. They ain't the better woman. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what they be talking about. Somehow, some Caucasian woman is somehow better than the black one. I don't know what the hell they talking about. They out their mind, man. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just rambling, just talking about, the stuff that I'm seeing that black men are doing. It's like, it makes me sad, man. I ain't like I'm not like this. I don't co-sign this shit. The shit that I'm seeing. This shit, like the shit y'all black women be talking about, I'm against. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm against. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy. We need leadership, like Max talked about. We can't blame women. Not at all. When I hear Negroes talking about, well, who raised them? It's the mama. Man. And these Negroes want to talk about like they high value and they masculine. But when shit hit the fan, it's mama fault. They high value and masculine and they big and strong, but when shit hit the fan, it's mama fault. Really? It all goes back to mama. Well, who raised them? It ain't never daddy, right? It's always the mama fault. But they claim that they the man. They the real man. But it's mama fault, right? Punk ass niggas, man. Can't stand them niggas, man. Niggas is suckers, man. Punk ass, man. It's always mama fault, some woman fault. Yeah, dog. Like it's just gotta get better, man. It's gotta get better. We this shit. We the original man on this planet. We laid the blueprint. We laid the blueprint. We laid the motherfucking blueprint. I thought about doing a channel myself, man. I got some shit to get off my chest, man. I don't know everything. It's a lot of things I don't know, but it's a lot of things that I don't know a whole lot of things. But it's some things that I want to get off my chest about black men and black women, man. I thought about making my own channel. I don't think I'm gonna ever do that, man. I don't think I'm gonna ever do that. It was just in my mind. I thought about doing it, but
Well, why not? Rant and Rozzy?
he said, "Well, why not?"
Hey, that way you can talk as long as you want to talk. You, say whatever you have to say, and you don't have to worry about. Well, hey, it's your channel. If you flag your own channel, that's you. You don't have to worry about saying something that would flag the channel that she likes to go to and stuff like that. You know, or shoot, just record yourself. And when you feel, you ready to let it, the world to see what you're talking about, upload it.
Yeah, I
Cause
mean, it's
you,
not
you,
go ahead.
Razi, you be telling some truth. You be dropping them jewels.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And you gotta get it out off your chest.
yeah.
You ain't the only man that be like that. Max, when he has something to say, that you think he started because he has something to say, and he wanted to say it. Hmm.
Yeah, man. I be, I do be having a lot of things on my mind about, you know, when it comes to black people, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know, man. This whole channel shit. I don't know, man. It was just like some. Like, I don't know. I was just thinking one day, like, yo, man, should I just start making videos about this shit? I'm seeing all this bullshit. I might want to speak on this shit. Like, but
Hmm.
I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, it was.
Well,
I be getting bored sometimes, so I'll be thinking, man, shit, maybe I should start maybe I should make a video. Who knows? I should make a video.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
yeah, man. I wish more people could come on the panel, man. It's like you niggas is scared in the chat room. Come on the panel and talk to your brother, man. Yeah, scared ass niggas, man.
the
Talk to the
Rising
brother, man.
channel.
I'm fucking with y'all though, man.
Hmm. Yeah, well, hey, at least you came up to say what you had to say. You know, Craig didn't. He had a lot to say. He was obviously triggered, and I'm sorry it didn't go the way he wanted to go. But if it was that important, you'd be out on the street. You'd be talking to your people, um, and saying, "Hey, this is why we should vote for Trump." Blah 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 blah. I had no anything about the about the steel industry, but uh, that's out of my area. If I don't know, I don't know. I ain't saying it might have necessarily happened, but hey, you probably would have turned a few people around. There were some people they were disgusted. They were disgusted with the Democratic Party too. I know that some women changed, and some of them they didn't go either way because they didn't like none of them. They didn't trust none of them. They didn't think any either way would have done any good, or they went crazy and they voted some party that has nothing to do with neither one, thinking maybe we just go to another party.
I don't know shit about that. I don't know shit about that politics shit. So
Mhm.
when you talk to me about politics, it's like it's like I'm here. It's like I'm hearing a motherfucker speak Spanish or French or something. I don't know shit. I don't know nothing about what you talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
and
don't
you're
know
not,
nothing.
and you're
But
not the only, and you're not the only one. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people. Not everybody know who to talk to about it, or to ask questions, or what questions to ask. I started finding out that there's a whole bunch of new people that didn't know who to ask about what. They either the people that they with are not politically inclined. They didn't have organizations that they were part of that that they could have talked to somebody to break it down. Like my church, we had at my church, they 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 know who they could talk to. Like the breakdown of the amendments, they were adding some amendments to some laws in my state. They like to slip that through during major elections like that because we're not paying that close attention. And and we have several lawyers in our church, judges. We talked to them. They broke down this is what this law mean. They broke down that lawyer language into layman's to, oh, this what they're saying, and this and that. And those that who were in the who understands it. I went with my cousin. I said, wait a minute, I want to make sure because I'm getting all this legal language. Is what this mean? And she broke it down. Some of it I was on point, and some of it I wasn't. And she broke it down. No, this is what this means. But I was lucky, but not everybody's that lucky. That they're surrounded by political minded people. Now, the cousin that's the lawyer and the judge, they said, yeah, the president should okay, but we really should be on the local, on the things that's closer to our cities, our towns, our state, our parish, y'all call it counties, and we should be concentrated. Pay attention to them laws they trying to pass. And she said, yeah, because she was like, yeah, presidents is okay, but that's not the one that deals with us um, from day to day that affect our lives. The president is broad. He's for the whole country and the world. We need to be really looking locally. Our sheriffs, our police chiefs, our district's attorneys, our senates. I can't remember all the lists of all that affect our lives day to day. The laws, we got to pay attention to the laws that's being passed in our states, no matter how minuscule. Because as I was saying, and as I was understanding, if you let something small slip through, it opens the way for bigger things. Until it reaches to something that affects you even more so. Yeah. So, Rozzy, I don't know who you hang with and stuff like that, but sometimes just hanging with people that are in politics and that they can break it down for you and tell you, how to find out what these people are about or what these laws are about. So when you do go vote, you going more informed than you did instead of you get in front of the polls and you like a deer in headlights. Oh my God, what I choose? Who do I choose? Or what this law meant? Whoa, I don't understand this lawyer language that they're speaking. What they mean this and that and that. It already been broken down for you. Yeah, Rozzy. I put you to sleep. Hey, can y'all hear me down there? Okay, melanated. I like Republican because they believe in small government and they gun enthusiasts. Yeah, they very gun enthusiastic. All right. Until it's a black person with a gun. Yeah, I was watching. I was watching the Panther, not the Black Panther, the Panther movie, and they showed that okay, they were all for gun rights and there was no restriction. And then once black folks start becoming aware of the law and that they have the right to arm themselves and start arming themselves, especially the Panther Party, all of a sudden them laws change and they wanted to restrict the laws and stuff like that. So yeah, they enthusiastic about their guns until the rabbit has a gun himself. or until we get a gun. I'll go with Orange. At least Trump can be entertaining. Jim Crow, John Biden's not funny. It's going to make things worse for us. And Kanye's needs to seek therapy. Yeah. Did you know he named his party the birthday party? I that because we wiping down the machines after each person use it for quarantine. I, I wasn't really paying attention because I was on another part, but that time I was wiping. I'm like looking, and I just happened to have my eyes on it, and his part, and I really saw what his party was named. I started laughing. I said, "Okay, how seriously he wants me to take him with him naming the party that." Yeah, true. Democrat wants most gun laws. That's because of all these shootings and stuff like that. Every time there's a school shooting or mass shooting, they get all cranked up like that. But as I said, that's mostly about us. Okay, now they starting it because they starting to realize their fellow their fellow their pink people are the more dangerous, but yet they don't want to call them um, a terrorist group. But let us have a group. Don't be peaceful and everything, and we're a extreme group or some such. All right. Oh. Well, I think that's what Kim's trying to do to him. Okay, yeah, so yeah. Well, I guess he figured if people were crazy enough to vote for Trump, then no matter how crazy he is, he's still a viable a candidate. Cause I know when Trump came out, I thought he was crazy as heck. I couldn't believe people were voting for him. All the crazy things he said and that I just knew he was through. But they underestimate how much the pink women are on code. They didn't like him. They didn't like the things he was saying, but yet they voted for him massively. Hmm. You don't need no more soda. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be crazy, and I know why they still counting. They won't because they expecting Trump to create problems. So they want every vote counted. So they can't say that they stole the votes. In fact, I think the swing states that he's trying to say are stealing votes are are run by a Republicans. So are headed by Republicans, so they can't say that oh the Democrats doing this or that. But so that's why they still counting. Not to mention, with these trumpets or with Trump supporters doing all these crazy things. Did y'all see the news where some guy trying to go into Canada had some mail-in ballots that he stole from the post office? Okay, so if you're thinking if his supporters are getting that extreme, how far they gonna go? So they expecting craziness. Um. Hmm. Well, so. I'm just waiting and seeing. Shoot, I'm not celebrating one way or the other. It's time to go to work.
Different cloth.
It's time to get to work because, as I said, I don't
Hey
think
man,
there's
hey,
no difference.
hey.
Oh, one way or the other. Hey, Rosa, you back? So we're gonna have to be on top of everything because hey, we know from Ice Cube they said after the campaign. So hey, get on top of them. You said after the campaign, okay, here it is. Let's go over it. Let's get to work. Oh shucks, we've been celebrating our enslavement from the get go. Every time we voted. So hey, he's no worse than the other. As Max said, they all have been racist. Yes, people are going crazy because that, as I said, people Trump triggered. They would their thing was to get Trump out of office by any means necessary. Well, any means voting wise necessary. So at least that's the impression I was getting from the people I know. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So and it wasn't just black. It's just that we were more expressive about it. There's some plenty of white people that was ready for Trump to go. Shoot, some of them in his own party. Why you think they were just tired of it?
Yeah, they don't need him anymore. That's why they vote against him. Yeah,
Hmm.
maybe
Yeah.
that's their mind.
He's
Yeah,
becoming a
some people are
hindrance to
tired
their
of.
party.
Yeah, especially if somebody is tired of you, whatever you do is gonna make the person happy or nice. Even you are doing a good thing, they may think you are doing a bad thing if they are tired of you. Yeah, so that's how I see it.
Mhm. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised how many Republicans did not vote for him because they felt he was the ruin of the Republican Party. He was every against everything they were about. Not to mention, I suspect he might have he well I ain't gonna say it, but he's using up all their money for the party for his running.
Mm-hmm,
Hmm.
mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Well, we'll see about the Proud Boys. Well, yeah, he exposed the corruption that's going on. He exposed what was under the swamp without actually draining the swamp, and it looks ugly, ugly, so ugly that they figured that he got to go.
Man, have you realized that the one that you want him to go? Do you know the person who is coming also? Do you know his character? You don't know whatever that person is coming to do. You
Mhm.
don't know. So it's like what I think is like the one that you have knew and you know what he's doing, whether good or bad, you're supposed to maintain him because yeah, you need to
Well,
maintain him to leave him and go away.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Most people would be like they would have kept him because you know him, you don't know the other person. But sometimes when it gets to be so much, it'd be time for a change. Change is gonna come. It's just that it came sooner didn't expect it. They're expecting the change gonna happen in
So that
4
means they
years
are
from
doing
now.
their
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So that
but
means they are doing their changes. Yeah, but sometimes if you're gonna do your change, you have to watch out and see whatever the person does, whatever is good. I think yeah, they have to watch out. Even
yeah.
if Trump does not done anything goodly, I know Trump has done something good for a little people. So we just need to work that one and at least maintain him in power again and see whatever he's going to do again. But now you look okay, you choose to vote against him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the person who is coming? It's going to be a new thing again. He has to
Mm-hmm.
start everything fresh. And what of okay, what do you think if he's coming, the one that you think that he's coming to do, and he did not do it? What will you do? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, well, for the Republican Party, I don't know. They worked with Democrats before. They'll do it again. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I think. And shoot, he and there was so much stuff that was coming out on Trump. And he wasn't taking their coaching. He wasn't listening to what they were saying. He was doing his own thing. So of course, anytime uh they was going to get rid of him.
Yeah, but he cannot listen to everything that everybody say. If okay, example like I'm in power and everybody is bringing his idea and his knowledge, I will not take anything from anyone. I'll just use my own mentality because if I take yours and I leave your sister home, you won't be happy. So then I'll use my own mentality to do my own thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, in the United States, there's certain limits to the power. He was doing he was doing insane things that president couldn't and shouldn't do.
Oh, okay.
But hey, as I was saying, it was gonna happen soon. It was gonna happen sooner or later. When your own party gets fed up with you, that's too much.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. And 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 all the suspicions gone around with him, with the Russians and frauds and see, he's using his political office to make money for his hotels and all that stuff. He's supposed to be neutral. All these foreign governments feed money to his hotels to get some benefits. Okay, but anyway, we'll know once the final countdown is. Don't want to
Oh,
move
okay.
too soon, cause hey, it could go his way, I guess, or it could go off into a runoff.
Yeah. So who
Cause my
knows?
thinking was that it was gonna go off into a runoff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So they shouldn't be jubilating. They should wait till everything is final. Then you can say this have won
yeah,
or this have won. Yeah.
yeah. And shoot, Trump was still bringing immigrants in there. He just preferred immigrants of a certain type.
Oh,
What's the meaning of that emotion?
Okay, they both parties got together to remove Trump, either the ballot or the bullet. I don't think they were gonna go that extreme. Okay,
Okay.
what I don't understand is why do white people hate Trump so much? Why? Mm. Okay, misfit Trump was taking their slaves away from the prison system. Oh, okay. Girl, my mom is unnaturally gleeful that Biden won. The older generation just lost to no return. Yeah, there's a lot of the older generations that that was going for Biden. But yeah, yeah, because I kept hearing we gotta get Trump out of office, gotta get Trump out of office. Okay, but I don't think Biden is any better. But he's a devil I can work with. Okay. I just let them talk. Hey, I can't make people vote my way. I just tell them information I had. Like I told several people about Kamala Harris. That's like because when she was first running, and said, "You do know she's not black, right? You do know this or that. You do know she's responsible for the laws that put mothers in jail when their children go to school, even if they're homeschooled or distant learning, you know. And it's like, what? It's like, I didn't know that. So they start doing research first to say, no, you're wrong. That can't be true. And they started saying, oh my goodness. Sometimes you just gotta tell them, and they start looking, even if it's just to prove that they're right and you're wrong, or prove that you're wrong. No, you're wrong. I said, okay, well, no, I'm right. It's like I'm gonna prove it to you. Okay. And the next thing you know, they're coming back telling me this. Oh my goodness. And yeah, so I was surprised when people was saying that she was black. No, she's not black. She's a woman of color, but she ain't black. Yeah. Or you get those that say, uh, voting for her because she looks like me. She's a she's a one of my people. Like, you do know she's Indian, right? They get thrown off by the Jamaican thing. That her people from Jamaica. I guess we all think the Jamaicans are only black. I know I did for the longest time. I had to learn that there was not just black Jamaicans. Cause the only Jamaicans I ever met were black. Had to ask. I had to talk to some Jamaicans. I said, "Are there Indians in Jamaica?" Nonviolence offenders because they need them for free prison labor. Yeah. Yeah, she refused to release nonviolent offenders. That's the offenders we need to release. Empty up the jails for the violent ones to stay. hmm Yep. So now that some people have started celebrating Biden, so we need to decide what we're gonna do next. So should we be going? Should we be going to Biden with our contract for black with black folks? Should we be making a list of things that we want him to be working on and getting on top of him with it? Should we start looking locally and start paying attention to what's going on in our cities, our towns, our state, our parish, our counties? pay closer look to our representatives, see what they voting on. Did they even vote on what they backing up, what committees they on and stuff like that? We got okay. We're gonna relax. Hey, our guy is in office. We can relax. Go back to my day-to-day life. What, melanated misfit? Yeah, I actually said that. Oh, now I'm walking past the project and they're playing rap songs saying F Donald Trump. Oh my goodness. See, they're already going to sleep. See, that group is going to sleep. They gonna celebrate, they're gonna have their party, and then they ain't gonna think nothing more about it until 4 years from now. Now, the ones that ain't saying things, the ones that sitting watching, those are the ones I need to talk to because I say, okay, what do we do next? In fact, I'm gonna make plans to talk to my cousin this Sunday, and if she's in town, and talk to her. I said, okay. I said, I know and you know that we still got a lot more work to do. Okay, what's the next step? What steps should be going on here? So yeah, because there's still more elections going on. See who's running for what this time, because I didn't see what's going on for the 5th of December. Got to start getting on top of that. Now that I've signed into Congress.com, got to pay attention to what my representatives and senators are voting on, and what committees they're heading and are part of, and what agendas they pushing forward. Where did we learn from all this? And where do we go from here? Well, the most you could do is go from what you learned. What did you learn from all this, and where do you want to go from here? What do you want to work on? What do you think black folks need to work on? Shooks, if we're going to be going the election route, we need to be on top of everything. We need to be on top of the laws. We need to be on top of our representatives, everything. Anything that we are to vote on, we need to be on top of it. We need to be talking with each other, because there's a whole bunch of people out there that has no idea. They have no clue. Shoot, we had a couple of people vote that didn't even know it was election. If it wasn't for the fact that she was trying to pay her bill and all the places were closed because of the election, she wouldn't have known. But she came and voted. Have no idea. She stayed there for the longest because she had to decipher the amendment. She had no idea. So she just only voted on what she knew. Anything that she didn't understand, she didn't vote on. How I know that? Because she told me. She told us that. You'd be surprised what people tell you when you're working at the polls. And since we had a long line of people were talking. As black folks, we all get together. We talk. Oh yeah. And asking questions. What if you don't like none of them? You vote for who you want to vote, but I don't want to vote for any of it. You do what you want to do. It's your vote. You handle it how you want to handle it. Because we can't lead them too much when we work in the polls. We're supposed to stay neutral. The whole white community, they took everything from us. All right. If you know anyone that's selling drugs, tell them to stop. Biden and Harris is giving out football numbers. Well, wait a minute. What you mean football numbers? Okay. I think I get it. Okay, so what's your starting point? Auntie, what you want to start at? Yeah, they owe us everything. So, do they owe us land? Do they owe us animals? Do they owe us free medical? Are we doing? We're going for all of it. We got to do a start point. Make a list. Start. They white community owes me this, and this. Yeah, we're like-minded people. Work to get it done. Do you think they should be releasing nonviolent offenders? Then hey, you should be working on that. Especially since it's becoming more and more that weed is becoming legal. Now that they see they can make money off of the weed, like they can make money off the alcohol, they're just gonna tax it and all that other stuff. I don't think they're gonna go backwards from it. Oh, because Melanie Aunt said they don't owe us. Shooks, they know they owe us because if they wouldn't have got as close as they did. But hey, the mistake was, well, as long as, yeah, well, wait a minute, did the final say over the news? Did he announce that yes, we won? Did Trump have a fit? Let me see what the news is saying. Shucks, cause I woke up and came in. But hey, let's wrap it up, y'all. We've been in here almost 3 hours. And hey, okay, so Sloppy Joe. Now, why you gonna ruin Sloppy Joe's for me? I like Sloppy Joe's. The food. Now I won't be able to eat another one. Thank you very much, Hassan. Especially with a lot of cheese. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm a messy eater, so you could tell. Yeah, so we can talk about that. We shouldn't have. We should have voted for Trump or shouldn't have voted for Trump. Yes, we have some ignorance going around. Either have no idea about voting, that it was election time, or who was running, or that there was amendments, or locally. Well, we don't necessarily know that. But hey, we can watch every move he make and be on his behind every move he makes, though. Maybe that's another reason why he's taking his time about making an announcement. He wants all accounts to come in. Either it could turn up into being a runoff, a tie, or he want all the I's dotted and the T's crossed. So when somebody have a hissy fit, uh everything is in place to say no, it is not so. Or I don't know. Can he demand a recount? Yeah, that's the inactive Christianity. Do not go to sleep, Slappy Joe's Freddy Krueger. It's already happening. Some of them already went to sleep. Okay, so we're gonna demand. I demand to have my common sense back. How dare you? I don't have much sense as it is, and you gonna take my common sense? I need that for everyday things. Now, if you needed some common sense, you could have asked me before you take it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna stop joking, but yeah, it's unfortunately. Okay. So, are we gonna help keep each other awake then? Are we gonna talk with our peoples? Are we gonna be on top of everything? Oh, hey, and don't kill yourself trying to change the minds of the people who are stubborn. Oh, all right. I got people's calling me. Okay. Yeah, my peoples are starting to call me. Well, they always wanted us to be slave minded. But Shooks, that didn't even work in slavery days, so you know that ain't gonna work now. All right, bye, Hassan. On that note, let's end it. Let's end the chat. It was good to see y'all and hear from y'all. Sam Burton, Auntie, Melanated Misfit, on Dorsey. Okay, I don't know if y'all still in here, but Emmanuel Briggs, good to hear from you. Even though you was upset, Craig, it was still good to hear from you and see you. We'll catch y'all next time. Don't forget, ladies' night tonight, 7 o'clock Central Time. I guess that'd be 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for y'all on the East Coast, and the mountains in the Pacific. Y'all figure it out from there. Okay. Yeah, go celebrate with your aunt and stuff like that. To support your aunt. Her guy won. And then if it turned out that it's a runoff tie, you can commiserate her, get drink, and tell her we just go out. She could go out and do it again. All right. All right. Good night, y'all. See y'all in a few hours. Love y'all too.